to Orthodox Easter. And I'm going to try to show you, and I use that word try, to show you how to debone a leg of lamb, because we're going to attempt to put it on a spit this afternoon. So I've washed the leg of lamb, taken out my boning knife, which I showed you earlier, and we're going to sharpen it. And remember, a boning knife has a flexible blade. Now, I'm going to take the leg of lamb, and because I'm right-handed, I'm going to hold it in my left hand and cut alongside of the bone, following it all the way down, and the meat releases itself right off of the bone. You can feel it pull away. Then you just take the tip of your knife and follow it all the way down. I hope those who celebrate Easter had a nice traditional Easter, still social distancing. We actually had a nice brunch, just the three of us, and we were going to have this leg of lamb, but we were so full and busy from filming that we decided we would save this and celebrate with all of our friends who celebrate Orthodox Easter. And if we're lucky, we might have a special guest that will stop by who is of Greek descent, and maybe she'll show us some of her family's goodies that she's taking to their celebration. I had the pleasure, about 2 falls ago, to have my nephew Andrew show me how to skin and butcher a deer. And it was absolutely a fascinating subject. Made me wish that I had paid more attention in biology class. But after watching years and years of Julia Child and Jacques Pepin deboning chickens and turkeys, I think I got the hang of it. And now I've gotten to a joint, and because I don't really need that, look how easy it's coming right off of the bone. I'm going to save this and make onion and barley lamb stew. Now look how easy that came off, and it only took 4 minutes and 36 seconds. End up with this big hunk of meat. And what I'm going to do is, some of the cartilage is still inside, so I'm going to cut around that because I don't want that to be in the roast. All the tendons and the silver skin are coming off as well. Now, one thing you like to do is to have the meat so it will cook evenly, and we'll just butterfly this out a little bit more. So when I go to turn it back up into a roast, it will be a little bit more even. Yep, that looks pretty good. I'm a believer in seasoning as you go. And one thing I learned from my cousin Ivy years and years ago is that you cut little pockets in the skin of a leg of lamb and you insert cloves of garlic. More flavor to lamb than garlic. Roasting, especially on a rotisserie, this is going to be nice and slow and add wonderful flavor. As always, season your meat. I'm using kosher salt, black pepper, and then a little bit of red pepper flakes. And then I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna go get some twine. It's off to the side. I'll take another little sip of my beverage. Today, it's a springy day here, although we had snow yesterday in Boston, if you can believe it, and today it's almost 60 degrees. A little mint and rosemary spritzer with some Hendrick's gin. Oh, speaking of rosemary, the other thing I like to do is to take the rosemary and just take it off the stems and put that on the inside as well. Now all I'm going to do is to flip the roast over. I like to do the horizontal pieces first, and you take it, you tie it once and then again over and then knot it. The reason why is so that the meat is all tight together and it cooks evenly. Now we go back to vertical ones. And what I like to do is to take it, tie it, bring it underneath the sloop. And the second loop. And the same thing on the other end. Then you go back and you clip off all these edges. Okay, we're back. Remember I told you that someone special was going to stop by?
Oh, this is so exciting.
Well, this is the Greek Easter lady.
Hello.
This is Kat. Kat, this is all the people from Miss Sue's Kitchen.
Hi, Miss Sue's Kitchen.
And she was very gracious to drop off a beautiful basket of Easter treats.
Every Easter, my grandfather was a chef, so I grew up cooking with him and doing all of his traditional recipes. So Greek Easter is my favorite holiday by far. One, because it's not on the same Easter usually as you guys, so we get to celebrate kind of on our own day. This thing I gave you is a little wedge of kefalotiri, which is like a hard, salty Greek cheese.
Yes.
And what my grandfather did was he would take the leg of lamb and he would make slits into it, and he would stuff the lamb with cheese and then stuff it with a clove of garlic.
Okay,
and wrap it up like that. So
guess what? I'm going to take some of this because I just showed them how to do a boneless leg of lamb that I stuffed with garlic cloves. So I'll take some of this and stuff in there.
So this is a traditional Greek pastry. It's called galaktoboudiko. And so it's a phyllo dough pastry, and then it's kind of like baklava, but instead of nuts, on the inside it's a custard.
Custard.
Yep, so this is soureki, which is a Greek Easter sweetbread. So typically we have a red egg in the middle, but I didn't have any red eggs.
Oh.
I first go at making this by myself. Usually I'd make this with my grandmother. It makes the best French toast. And it's amazing just grilled with some butter on it. The star of the show, this is my favorite. This is margarita, which is a traditional lamb soup, and we eat this actually on Holy Saturday. Got a lot of dill in it. It's very...
do you heat it up or do you eat it cold?
No, heat it up, definitely. Serve it warm. If you like extra lemon, add extra lemon. It's an egg lemon soup, so...
Different than the avegliamo?
It's an avegliamo, I can't ever say
Neither
that.
can
Yeah, I know. Avegalomo.
Yeah.
It's that base, it's that broth, but with lamb and dill instead.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be so delicious. Because as you can see, I
know, that looks amazing.
The leg of lamb, but now I'm going to put the cheese in it.
Yep.
Donnell's getting the spit ready, and we'll come back. I took the bones from the lamb bone, and they're browning in the oven, and I have some aromatics that once that's a little bit brown, I'm going to add in, and then we'll come back and we'll show you how to put the leg of lamb on the spit.
Yay! Thank you guys.
See you soon.